Another beautiful night in the good old Mountain West time zone. Cubs looking to even up the series at Coors Field with Game 2 of a 3-game set against the Colorado Rockies. Welcome everybody here on Marquee Sports Network. Alex Cohen, Jim DeShays, and Elise Menaker joins us shortly. JD, the Cubs have obviously struggled offensively over the last month. Two guys who haven't struggled, though, Michael Busch, Ian Happ.
Yeah, along with PCA, the reigning Player of the Week in the National League. So we're starting to see some signs of some of these guys starting to take a step in the right direction. Obviously, they need a lot more. But Michael Busch putting together a very solid run now. 15-game on-base streak for Bushy, during which he's batting .321. And you see the on-base percentage and slugging numbers way up. Along with Michael Busch, Ian Happ, especially left-handed Ian Happ, doing a lot of damage. That's important because the starter for the Rockies tonight, Lorenzen, gets clobbered by left-handed hitters. But there you see the numbers for Ian over his last 12, 4 home runs, plenty of slug, hitting better than 300.
So as JD said, Cubs will face off against Michael Lorenzen. They will send Shota Imanaga to the mound. A look at those two starting pitchers. Shota, 4.74 ERA in 76 innings, 74 strikeouts, 19 walks. Opponents hitting just .221 against him. You look at Michael Lorenzen, an 8.01 ERA over 9 at Coors Field, 60 and 2/3 innings pitch. Opponents hitting .364 against him. JD, Shota Imanaga making his first start here at Coors Field.
Yeah, never easy to pitch at Coors Field. Obviously, for a fly ball pitcher, that can be problematic, and he's got to turn the page, man. It's been ugly over his last 4 starts, an ERA of 10.80, and he's allowed 12 home runs in 21 and 2/3 innings of work.
All right, we need to reverse that trend for Shota Imanaga. He'll face off against Michael Lorenzen. Game 2 of a 3-game set coming up. Plenty of Cubs fans in attendance. We'll take a break when we come back. JD's Keys here for course between the Cubs and the Rockies. First pitch coming up in a couple of moments. But now it's time for our Keys to the Game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealer. JD, floor is yours.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Hunter Goodman has been on a heck of a roll. He homered last night. He's gone deep 5 times in their last 7 games, 7 times in their last 12. Looks like he's headed to his 2nd consecutive All-Star game. Welcome to the jungle, Shota Imanaga, making his first ever start here at Coors Field. Never a fun place to pitch, and for a guy who's really scuffled lately, an important night for him to get things turned around in the right direction. Michael Lorenzen, they call him Zen, and if not now, when for the Cub hitters, because this guy has really struggled. ERA up over 9 in his home ballpark. Over his last 4 starts, he has an ERA of 11.88, and for the year, a Major League worst 8.01.
We will take a moment as then before this gets started. We have starting lineups. We have first pitch. We have Cubs, Rockies, game 2 of 3 coming up next. Chicago Cubs Baseball, Marquee Sports Network, is brought to you by the Bob Curcio Auto Group. You're going to like buying a car this way. By Circus Sports. And by your local Hyundai dealer. Find the dealer nearest you at buyhyundai.com. The world-famous Red Rocks Amphitheater, located roughly 10 miles southwest of Denver, opened up in 1906 and is known for its flawless acoustics and stunning scenery. It's hosted music legends such as the Beatles, Jimi Hendrix, and the Grateful Dead. The band Chicago has performed there nearly a dozen times. And some of us are there this morning. They met the Tomlinson family from good old Des Moines, Iowa. Dad Michael, Mom Brandy, and their boys Blake and Brian. And Bryant was named after, yes, you guessed it, Chris Bryant. And there they are here at tonight's game. Bryant, a baseball encyclopedia. We're here inside Coors Field. Alex Cohen, Jim DeShays, and for the first time tonight, we'll send it down to Elise Menaker. Elise.
Alex, I wish I had some better news. Matthew Boyd, he was expected to start this weekend in San Francisco, come off the IL. That will no longer be the case. We last saw him May 3rd, and with the injuries to this rotation, you were hopeful that this would be a nice step, a nice addition. Well, it was yesterday in his bullpen that he experienced shoulder soreness. The way he was describing it before the game, that as the workload has increased, he's just not bouncing back at this point the way he should be. And so Craig Counsell said that the hope is this is minor, that he can get off the mound pretty quickly, but they probably will lose some days. As you can imagine, this is frustrating for everyone involved, including Matthew Boyd, and that's something that I asked him about, and he was just saying, you know, there's this balance, right? Like, you want to get out there for your team, but this also doesn't come down to one person. And really, guys, you know, if you're not a healthy pitcher, you don't really want to be out there anyways and risk further injury. This is Matthew Boyd's 2nd stint on the IL, so you want him back, but you want him healthy.
So now dealing with shoulder soreness, no timetable for Matthew Boyd. An unfortunate update, but the show must go on. And it starts with Pete Crow Armstrong tonight.
PCA will step in there against the veteran right-hander Michael Lorenzen. We talked about his numbers. They're not pretty. 8.01 ERA, highest in the big leagues for pitchers that have made at least or thrown at least 60 innings this year. It's a 9.67 here at his home ballpark, and lefties are absolutely wearing him out. Batting average of .432, slugging percentage of .752.
Lorenzen to Pete Crow Armstrong. First pitch is laced to center. Carrick racing into the gap, and he makes the catch. So one pitch, one out. Pete Crow Armstrong led off, and the rest of the Cubs lineup. Moises Ballesteros hitting second, and then third, Michael Busch with a 15-game on-base streak. 4, 5, 6, Alex Bregman hits cleanup, followed by the 5-hole hitter Ian Happ, and 6, it's right fielder Seiya Suzuki. 7, 8, 9, Nico Horner, the second baseman, at 7th. DH Michael Conforto, 8th. And then hitting 9th, the shortstop Dansby Swanson. Well, swing at the first two pitches.
Yeah, I think the game plan is to be aggressive early here against Lorenzen. He doesn't walk a lot of guys, nor does he strike people out. Strikeout rate of just 16%. And that's really important in this ballpark. You want guys in that rotation that strike people out. That has not been the case with Lorenzen.
0-1 to Ballesteros. Swing and miss.
Funny, you see those numbers on Lorenzen. He's been in the league a good while now. He's got better than 10 years of major league service time. So you think, okay, he's an older guy. The velo's probably down. But it's, his stuff has kind of remained the same. Fastball 94, gives you a lot of different looks. Throws his changeup a bunch.
It's Ballesteros out swinging. Time for Home Depot working on a win. Michael Busch been pretty good, especially at Coors Field. Minimum 25 plate appearances and a career OPS of 1677.
Including a long ball here last night.
Takes a first pitch ball. 25 at-bats for Busch. 5 home runs at Coors. .1-0 by Lorenzen. So now 2-0. Busch hit his home run 424 feet yesterday. Well into the right field seats. Takes a strike there.
Michael had one to hit there at 2-0. I think he probably thought he was going to get another off-speed pitch from Lorenzen, but a fastball at 95 right through the heart of the zone.
2-1 delivery.
Here's the long ball from last night's affair. Cubs didn't have many highlights, but this is certainly one of them.
So for Busch, that was home run number 7. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top 1. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Cubs go down in order, strike out twice against Michael Lorenzen. 0-0 here from Coors. Bottom here at Coors Field, Cubs went down scoreless in the top of the frame. Now here at the bottom of the frame against Shota Imanaga. It's the Rockies lineup, and it's brought to you by Ford, Castro, Caros, Rumfield 1, 2, 3, Goodman, Tovar, Carrick 4, 5, 6, Johnston, Fulford, Stevens 7, 8, 9. Shota Imanaga, first ever start at Coors Field. Face off against a familiar face. Willie Castro. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Slipped that heater right by him at 91 miles an hour. A little bit about Shota, 5 or more runs in each of his last 4 starts. He keeps the walks down. He'll get a lot of chase, especially with that split finger when he's right.
Well, 1. Another swing and a miss.
A good chase up there as well. And we've seen this from Castro. We saw it when he was in the Cub uniform. We saw it last night a little bit. Some really late swings on fastballs. Tempted to stay right there.
Soft pop-up, right to second. Nico Horner, 1 out.
Rockies took control of the game early last night. 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 2 more in the third. That was all the scoring, but that was all they would need, as the Cubs were in a big hole early that they could not climb out of.
In that first inning, got a 2-out, 2-run home run from Hunter Goodman. First pitch to Karros. Slow breaking ball at 74, taken for a strike.
Karros has been swinging it pretty well here lately. 10 out of his last 26, a .385 batting average.
He had 2 hits yesterday, both singles. One delivery. Check swing. Yes, he did. Cubs last year against the Rockies went 5-1, took 2 of 3 at Coors Field, then swept the Rockies in Chicago. Cubs and Rockies will play next week at Wrigley Field. This year averaged 6 games in 8 days against the same NL West opponent.
3 in a row, 3 consecutive split finger pitches there from Imanaga. They all have cutting action. They're moving in on the righty. That's not ideal.
Pop up first base side. Bush over by the dugout. Now comes in, adjusts and makes the catch. Two up, 2 down for Shota. Pair of pop outs. And now the rookie TJ Rumfield. Rockies coming into the game 25-42. They are 18 games back in the NL West. Cubs 34-33. Check swing, and it's off of Rumfield.
The Rockies over the last few years have made a habit of finishing in the basement in the NL West. They've lost 100 games 3 consecutive seasons. There's Warren Schaefer. He took over for Bud Black last year when the Rockies got off to a 7-33 start.
Soft liner left field. TJ Rumfield, a 2-out single.
This time Shota comes with that sweeper, and Rumfield does a nice job just slowing his swing down and serving that one to left. Big old leg kick. He's looking to launch, but recognizes spin, slows everything down, and just plays a little pepper with Ian Happ.
Now the best hitter in the Rockies lineup. First pitch to Hunter Goodman. Taken upstairs. Goodman this year, 18 homers. He's struggled for the most part against left-handed pitching. 72 at-bats, 32 strikeouts. That's a 44% K rate.
Yeah, overall the Rockies have not done a lot of damage against left-handed pitching. They've only hit 10 home runs as a team against lefties. That's the fewest in Major League Baseball. This month, Goodman's been on a heater.
Goodman, Nick Kurtz, Matt Chapman, and Dylan Dingler. Check swing. No, we did not.
Yeah, probably got it right.
Dangerous spot with Hunter Goodman up. Takes ball forward.
Shota holding that pose. When he does that, he thinks it was a strike. No challenge from Moises Ballesteros, who's doing the catching here tonight. Caught the corner. Gotta be careful using those challenges early, but had Mo challenge, it would have paid off. Or at least, who knows, would have kept the at-bat alive.
Yeah.
Don't know how it would end.
Especially with a 3-0 count with Hunter Goodman up. then making it 3-1. So here's Ezequiel Tovar. Swing and a miss. Swung over the top of a splitter.
Nobody swings the bat more than Tovar.
It's not hyperbole either. Just misses. Fastball from Shota there at 93. Last start against the Athletics, the fastball velo up. He sat 92.3 miles per hour. Swing and a miss. Another 93 from Shota. Two on, two out, and a 1-2 count. Shota delivers. Fisted foul out of play.
Staying with the heater. That one at 94. Shota feeling a little frisky out there this evening.
Warm weather here in Denver, a little elevation.
Yeah, you can beat Tovar up top. Elevated fastball or splitter down in the dirt.
Away.
There's a splitter that stayed up.
Tovar homered yesterday. Solo shot was his 5th of the year. Into the seats in left field. 1-2 delivery. We'll do it again. So he worked efficiently with Castro and Karros. Rumfield single to left. Goodman walks.
Yeah, he's got him in swing mode. I think he might take a shot way up, see if he can get him to chase. Ooh, I don't think you want to throw it there. Not ahead of this guy in the count. Let's see. Shota not happy with that one. Got away with it. Ballesteros flashed that glove up, and that was right there in the danger zone.
Call that right down Main Street. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikes out Ezequiel Tovar. Splitter in the dirt. Nice pitch by Shota. Tovar down on strikes. It's 0-0 as we go to the second.
Top of the second here at Coors Field, still 0-0. Alex Bregman is leading off. I caught up with him before the game, and he said yesterday he felt good. He's close. And so I said, mechanically, then can you tell me what you're working on? And so here's the thing right now with the swing. It's all about the load. So he feels right now, if you look at the bottom half, that is pushing forward, and the hands, they are staying back. But because yesterday felt better, this image, or what we were looking at, that side view, is better than what he has been doing. So for him, he is telling himself at the plate, he says he always tells himself one mechanical thing: stay tall, because he does not want that bottom half to get ahead of the top half. He wants it all to be connected, because guys, when you have it connected, 1, your timing is better, and 2, that's how you generate power. We know the slug, that's what Bregman has been chasing here. And so he says, when I click, when I get this and it clicks, he says, I will just rake, I will go off. This happens to him every year since 2020, and he just has to grind through it.
Taps that one to short. Tovar over to first. Nice play. But it gets Bregman. So Bregman yesterday, 2 hits and a sac fly, and he grounds out there to Ezequiel Tovar.
Karros, the third baseman, yielding to Tovar, who had the better angle. 4 up, 4 down for Lorenzen, who I'm assuming came into the start without a whole lot of confidence the way things have been going. Last time out, 8 runs allowed on 10 hits and 3 1/3. That was over in LA against the Angels.
Pop up from Hatt. Left field. Castro in. And he makes the catch.
Another first pitch swing for the Cubs. So clearly, well, I shouldn't say clearly, it seems it's kind of a game plan here tonight.
You're talking about that outing against the Angels for Lorenzen. He gave up 6 runs in the second inning.
Lorenzen is a physical beast, man. He is a strong guy. Pitchers used to not look like this. Even in today's game, not many look like this guy.
I mean, he might have skipped leg day, but Taya fouls it back at the screen.
His hobby is lifting school buses. If you were inclined to charge the mound, you might think
I wouldn't do it.
have second thoughts. Although nobody does that anymore, anyways.
Oh, 2. Even a missed strike 3. Michael Lorenzen, 6 up, 6 down, 3 Ks. Nothing. Middle 2. Nothing. Bottom 2 here from Coors Field. Game 2 of 3. Cubs, Rockies. Alex Cohen, Jim DeShays, and Elise Menaker. There's Shota Imanaga. Second inning of work. First pitch. Popped up into the seats, fouling out of play. Another nice warm evening in Denver, Colorado. This time of year, you usually get nice weather, but sometimes it can get chilly, and this one the opposite side of the spectrum. So temperatures in the 90s. Called strike.
He's not buying it. He's not going to challenge. High energy kid made his big league debut last night, put up huge numbers at AAA, including 30 stolen bases to lead the PCL.
Former first round draft pick. First big league hit yesterday was a triple. Look at that. Triple in their major league debut since 2019. Couple Cubs. There should be a couple people in this game. Carrig and Nico Horner. You know what's fun looking at that list?
What?
Adley Rutschman, a catcher.
Yeah, you don't think of triples, do you, with a backstop? That was when they got Nico off the couch at home to bring him to San Diego. Nelson Russell, I'm trying to remember the injury. Javi, whatever it was. Nico was summoned. Was already in his offseason from his minor league season. Came down to San Diego and, oh, hello.
Ballesteros okay. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bookend Ks for Shota.
If you want some fascinating reading, I was reading a story earlier today, I guess it was yesterday, that shot that Moises Ballesteros just took. Apparently those are on the rise in MLB.
Really?
Because of all the catchers down on one knee. Yeah. They're in a more vulnerable position to those foul tips. So, hang with them, fellas.
That is not a trend that you want to see go upward.
Certainly can be dangerous, and only so much you can do to protect yourself.
Johnson takes a strike. Johnston, a late add into the lineup. Originally, we saw Jake McCarthy. But Troy Johnson comes in and swings at that pitch.
Hey, Johnson putting together a nice year, but only a $175 against left-handed pitching. He was not in the original lineup.
Even a missed strike 3.
That's a pretty good reason why right there. Bad AB, a couple of bad hacks, and strikeout number 3 in a row now for Shota.
1 to end the first, 2 to start the second. Here's Braxton Fulford. Did not play yesterday. 23 at-bats this year in the big leagues. 5 hits. 282 hitter at AAA Albuquerque.
It's a young Rockies club. 5 or 6 different guys make their major league debut this year. Looking at their current 25-man roster. They got 16 guys with less than 2 years of Major League service time. They're in full-on rebuild mode here.
It's a combination of that and dealing with injuries as well. Brett Doyle on the injured list. Mickey Moniak on the injured list. Moniak set to return quicker than Doyle. Three balls and one strike to Braxton Fulford. Nothing, bottom two. 3-1 from Shota. Swing and a miss.
Talk about it a lot with Shota with his smaller stature, 5'10", and his release point far lower than most major league pitchers. So there's a lot of deception with that fastball. He gets a lot of guys to swing underneath it.
Second walk for Shota.
With the right coverage from auto owners, when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered. That's simple human sense.
2-out walk. Chad Stevens up. Struggled in the big leagues. 1 for 23 this season. He raked at AAA, hit .362. Formerly of the Angels.
You don't see many extreme misses like that from Imanaga. His outstanding fastball command.
Shota through an inning and 2/3, struck out 3, 10 swings and misses, but he's walked 2. Stevens gave him a break there. It's up and away.
That's not going on the highlight reel.
Nope. Neither's that. Nice splitter from Shota. Always so expressive on the mound. Here's the 1-2. .42 pitches for Shota. Here's 43. That's nice. Strikes out the side. That was pretty. Live odds brought to you by Bet365, where winning is everything. Cubs looking for the first base runner against Michael Lorenzen. That's a healthy swing from Nico.
And another first pitch swing, and that fastball maybe a little bit off the outside corner, but Cubs trying to jump Lorenzen early here tonight. So far it has not paid off. Time now for the advanced metrics powered by Nissan. Shop NissanUSA.com. You see Nico batting .247. His expected batting average of .298. It's a big differential. Third biggest difference among qualifiers. So expected batting average is based on how hard you hit the ball, the trajectory with which you hit the ball, and there's a speed component to it as well. So you are what you are. Right now Nico's hitting .247. But basically what that number tells you is, if he continues to hit the ball in that manner, then You would expect his numbers to climb. It's kind of a predictive stat.
Line out he had to right field yesterday in the 8th inning, an expected batting average of .930. Nico brings the count to full. Michael Lorenzen's been economical, only 22 pitches. Cubs swinging early and often. Nico stays alive. Three-two. Hit up the middle, hits off Lorenzen's glove, picked up by Stevens, throws and gets Nico. A 1-4-3 put out.
I don't know if Stevens makes a play on this ball. If Lorenzen doesn't slow it down, in all likelihood, somebody's going to make a play on that one. Very few ground balls up the middle turn into base hits anymore.
Conforto takes the first pitch, and it's just high.
Opportunity for Michael to get a start here. Been a little bit of a rough go for him of late.
Ground ball first base side foul.
He's 3 out of his last 34. That's an .088 batting average, but not a lot of starts, so those at bats come sparingly.
Seen a lot of success as a pinch hitter. Periodically plays right field. DHing tonight. Good take by Conforto. Seven up, 7 down so far for Michael Lorenzen. 2-1 delivery. Two-shot foul.
Lorenzen was an outstanding two-way player in college, and the Reds for a time thought about using him as a two-way player. Got some time in the outfield. He pinch hit a bunch.
Conforto swings and misses strike 3.
Well, this isn't a guy with an 8+ ERA. Doesn't look like it anyway. It's one of those chicken in the egg things. Is Lorenzen that good tonight, or is it just the continued struggles of the Cubs hitters?
Dansby takes a strike. A 1 offering. Dansby got a little piece of that. Just looking for the Cubs offense to finally break out. Been a frustrating stretch. And it continues. Lorenzen 9 up, 9 down with 5 strikeouts. Nothing, middle 3.
StatCast powered by Google Cloud. The category is whiffs, and we're going to show you Imanaga. He's got 12 of them already through 2 innings. See the elevated four-seamer, those are the red ones. The splitters down, those are the purple ones. And then that sweeper way out there. I don't know what that hitter was thinking of. That thing's like a foot outside. Maybe even inside. I don't know who the hitter was.
Either way. Out of the strike zone. This is to Castro on the first pitch. Now the 1-0. Called strike. Billy Castro, 20-25 Cub for the second half. 34 games. He hit 170. Slice foul.
He's put together a nice career as a utility guy. Just did not go well for him in a Cub uniform. Some nice years in Minnesota. Finds himself here in Colorado. They've been playing him all over the diamond. He's playing left field tonight, making his second start out there.
Former All-Star with the Twins. 1-2.
Switch hitter, and from this side of the plate, he's been good this year. A .345 batting average as a right-handed hitter.
2-2. Stays alive. Started off his career with the Tigers. Fourth in the AL Rookie of the Year voting in 2020. Again, that All-Star season in 2024. Good player, swiped 30-plus bags in a season. 3-2. Looper towards first, foul ground. Bush makes the catch.
Hey, you know, if you haven't gotten enough Rockies by the time this series is over, they're coming to Wrigley next week. 3-game set begins Monday night. Tickets available at Cubs.com/tickets.
Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. Nico and Hunter Goodman. Part of that graphic. Here's Kyle Karros. It was funny. I was talking with one of the Rockies players, Brett Sullivan. He says, "Why don't we have any day games?" Because we don't want you to enjoy it. You come in and lose.
Come on the weekend.
Swing and a miss. Karros pop out first at bat. 1-1. JD, looking at Castro and Karros, and I'm not necessarily sure they did this during their first at-bat, seem to be really crowding the plate. And for Castro, it was more drastic. I think Karros, I recognize it because his legs are longer. Ripped to short. Dansby on the outfield grass. Throws quickly to first. Bush scoops it, and it gets Karros.
Yeah, really nice. Really nice. Dansby from the left field knows he has to get rid of this ball in a hurry. Karros not a speedster, but he runs okay. This is a real nice pick by Michael Bush. Kind of an in-between hop. Go from low to high, just like an infielder fielding a ground ball. Watch. Sets the glove low and then elevates to get that hop. He's been really good over there at first.
You're saying like an infielder taking it from low to high. Remember, Bush, with his experience through the Dodgers organization, playing second and playing third. Makes that motion a little bit more natural. One. Two out, nobody on.
Rumfeld was the Rookie of the Month in the National League for the month of May. Solid numbers. 265 batting average, 7 long balls. Looks like he controls the zone pretty well, doesn't punch out a whole bunch.
Interesting trek to get to this point for DJ Rumfield. 9th rounder by the Phillies, 2021, got traded within the year to the Yankees. And then dealt to the Rockies this past offseason. Pop up left side. Alex Bregman makes the catch. And a 1-2-3 inning for Shota Imanaga in the third. Pete Crow Armstrong leads off to start the fourth in a 0-0 game at Coors. Second at bat for Pico Armstrong tonight, and entering today, PCA has been really good over his last 50 games. On base percentage 364, 10% walk rate, WRC plus 141. Takes the first pitch inside. Yesterday had a 12-game hitting streak snapped. He did get on base with a walk. A couple hard hit foul balls to right field as well. JD, we've had some weird games in Major League Baseball today. Pirates were down 6-1 against the Dodgers with Shohei Ohtani pitching. And now the Pirates lead 7-6. Tyler Callahan to 2 home runs tonight.
How much of that damage did Ohtani give up?
Gave up one of the Callahan home runs. It's into the Allegheny. Called strike. Couple walk-offs. Giants got a walk-off grand slam from Bryce Eldridge. Padres got a walk-off home run against Cincinnati. Fernando Tatis Jr.
Just, I believe, his second home run of the year. Took him forever to get number 1.
Set it down to Elise Menaker.
So this is the count that Pico Armstrong told me is the biggest adjustment for him, the 3-2 count. Sometimes you might be thinking, well, just a different one. So I asked him why. Because for Pete, it's about, do I chase? Meaning I can chase, I want to take the walk, or do I swing because I don't want to miss my opportunity like this for a knock?
Launched to right center, on its way back, it hits off the wall. Here's where the fun starts. Pete rounds second, he'll stroll into third. It's a leadoff triple.
First base hit of the game for the Cubs is a 3-bagger, and triples are brought to you by Invesco QQQ, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
An easy stand-up triple for Pico Armstrong. I wanted shades of Cubs Marlins 2024. At least what do we got?
Well, maybe where that pitch was located, it was a little easier to make that decision. But the idea being that Pete is someone we know that he can hit it outside of the zone. But on 3-2, if this is someone where there is benefit to being on base, it's that in between. Work a walk, get a knock, and there, right decision.
I think what happens with a lot of hitters is a psychological component to it. They get to 3-2 and they think they're going to get a pitch to hit. They get a little aggressive, and then they'll chase outside the zone. And making that adjustment is huge. Willing to accept your walk.
Rolled over to first. Will bring in a run. Ballesteros retired. PCA scores, and the Cubs have a 1-0 lead in the fourth.
At this stage of the game in this ballpark, you're not going to play your infield in. Just going to concede that run to get an out. Imperative to put the ball in play there. Ballesteros able to deliver the first run of the game.
Nordic ground ball to first. Backhand play. Rumfield bobbles, fires to first. Nice play, Michael Lorenzen covering the bag. It gets Bush.
Got a little juice on it, and Rumfield, fortunate for him, that ball didn't travel very far after it came out of his mitt. Nice work with the recovery, and then from a knee to Lorenzen.
Two away. 1-0 Cubs lead. Pico Armstrong leadoff triple. Scores on an RBI ground out from Moises Ballesteros. Bregman nearly gets hit.
Just trying to throw a get-over curveball here. Didn't finish it.
Hit in the air, deep left field. It's hooking foul. Home run distance, but it goes out of play. One. Bregman ground out first at bat. Little tapper to short. Nice play by Ezekiel Tovar to get him. 2-1.
Lost that feel for the breaking ball here.
He fires. Slice foul.
After a couple of those bad breaking balls, Bregman probably felt pretty confident he was going to get a heater there. He did, but it was in a pretty good spot.
0-1 away. Three-two delivery. And another foul ball. Lorenzen this season, you look at some of his good starts, he went 7 innings against the Mets at New York. Gave up just 1 run. And against Houston here, 5 2/3, 1 run. Bregman walks. Cubs in 15, presented by Felco, has your game recap every morning. Tune in at 6, 7, or 8 a.m. for highlights from tonight's game, or catch it anytime on the Marquee app or on YouTube. So 6 a.m. Central Time, JD. That'll be 5 a.m. Mountain Time. Set your alarm.
Yeah, I'll be up anyway. Up reading the morning paper.
You a New York Times guy?
Have you been getting the paper delivered outside your door?
I have not.
Yeah, I have been, which, like, nobody does that anymore.
No.
I've been getting the Denver Post each morning outside my hotel room door. What do I do with this?
You read it. You read it down by the pool for breakfast.
Maybe play the acrostic or something.
App takes a strike. Does the newspaper have a crossword puzzle, or is that just every Sunday?
No, I think most do on the daily. Yeah.
Shows how much I know.
They get progressively harder as the week goes along.
I'm on easy mode at this point. App hits it the other way, twisting down the line, and it goes foul.
Ian, 3 out of 10 with a couple of home runs in his career against Lorenzen. And you mentioned earlier the numbers that left-handed hitters have put up against him. They're ungodly. 432 batting average, 486 and a 752 slug. So that's like nobody's ever done that. No individual. He's giving that up to all left-handed hitters. It'd be like Barry Bonds or Babe Ruth or Ted Williams in their hottest stretch.
I was thinking Ted Williams. Get the batting average around 400.
Last man to do it. Teddy ball game. There are the splits.
This is low. JD, we've had some good nicknames at Teddy ball game. We had Tommy Sugar yesterday.
Tomoyuki Sugano, the starting pitcher for the Rockies.
I like that nickname, Tommy Sugar. One-two. App gets enough of a piece. Stays alive. One-two. Rolled over to first and called a foul ball. Rumfield was toe tapping. Looked like a wide receiver on the sidelines.
That's a Louis Krupa umping at first base here tonight. Not too familiar with Louis. He was in perfect position to make that call.
Two again.
It's a good looking pitch. I think this is going to go against Ian. Or maybe not.
ABS is powered by T-Mobile.
How much did that miss by? 1/10 of an inch. I mean, it's weird, right? Because for me, what I've seen, just without really looking at data, I feel like the high ball is being called more frequently, and that one didn't appear to be very high at all.
Tap in the air, deep down the right field line. That'll find the seats foul. I mean, that right there just shows how good home plate umpires are. That is, wow.
Well, this whole process, this whole ABS thing, I think is really validated how good these guys are.
Swing and a miss, strike three. Tap down on strikes, but the Cubs get on the board. PCA triple, Moises Ballesteros RBI ground out.
Strikeouts, allowed 2 singles, no walks. After his debut, he said it was a unique atmosphere, especially in that last strikeout, crediting the home crowd for pushing him through his final K. A memorable day for Shota, for sure. So as much as the crowd at Wrigley struck him, I think we can all agree from the moment Shota became a Cub, the way he embraced the fans and Wrigley and history. I mean, you can't deny it how much he just loves being a part of this team.
Short hair Shota there. Very much enjoying being a Cub. And Goodman, soft liner to center, and a leadoff single.
Shota, through his first 9 starts, had an 0.84 ERA, a historic start to his career. This pitch is up out of the zone. He hits it right off the end of the bat, breaks his bat, but he'll dump it into shallow center.
You're talking about Shota in his first 9 starts in 2024. First 9 starts this year. Also pretty good, not to that level. Shota in his first 9 starts this season, 54 1/3 innings pitch and a 2.32 ERA.
Yeah, and we thought, here he is. We got 2024 Shota back. He was looking great, and then second half of 25 Shota showed up for his last 4 starts. And hopefully he can get back locked in. The good news continues to be that the velo is up even through those rough outings. We know the home run ball is always going to be in play with him. It's just been extreme here lately.
Here today getting a lot of chase, 13 swings and misses.
It would be ironic to come out here at altitude and not give up any.
For more on Shota Imanaga, Lisa Menaker, what do we got?
Alex, JD was just talking about his velocity, and he made a comment, Shota, after his last start, just saying that his mechanics felt good. So the result was that velocity was also up, and he wasn't trying to throw it harder. And JD, I found it interesting because, as a pitcher, especially for Shota, as important as the splitter is, the fastball velocity is also important. And so if it's not there, this idea that he needs to throw it harder, whereas if the mechanics are right, he doesn't need to. Because, right, as a pitcher, you don't want to try to throw it harder.
Well, you just have to be careful because you can get out of sync with your mechanics.
It was a nasty splitter.
And when that happens, then you end up making mistakes. I mean, in the course of a season, it tends to happen, right? And pitchers, you'll hear pitchers say all the time, The first game of the year, I went out there, had my best stuff, and you never have your best stuff again. That's not true. It comes and goes over the course of the season, depending on usage patterns and just the nature of the human body. I can't give you a number. What percentage of the starts for a pitcher where he really feels good? I don't know. In a good year, probably 70% of the time, you feel really good out there. The ball's coming out of your hand cleanly. Everything feels good. Other days, it feels like an extra effort. The hitters usually let you know. Sometimes that's what happens. You've been on a nice roll. You've been pitching deep into games. Pitch count gets up a little bit. And next time you go out there, you get tattooed and you leave after 4 innings and 75 pitches. And you're a little more frisky the next time because you didn't throw as many pitches in that previous start.
Pop up right side. Bush chasing, runs out of room, ball lands in the seats.
And I think that's less of an issue now because rarely are pitchers asked to throw 100 pitches in a game. So, theoretically, they should be at their peak physically more frequently than back in the day when guys were throwing 120 pitches in a start.
I've asked some pitchers, when's the time? They say normally late May, early June. I ask why. They say weather. Weather gets warmer, body feels warmer. And at the point where you get May and June, you haven't thrown all that many innings. Pop up to right. Seiya, a step in, makes the catch.
Hey folks, give your young fan the experience of a lifetime with Cubs baseball summer camps. Experience a full day at Wrigley Field, meet a Cub player, and get 2 tickets to a home game. It's a week of baseball magic and instruction. Enroll today at Cubs.com/kids.
Baseball magic. I've heard of baseball heaven. I've never heard of baseball magic.
You've heard of El Mago.
I have heard of El Mago. Swing and a miss.
Johnson, a strikeout victim last time he was up there and took some bad hacks. He just does not look comfortable in there against the lefty.
1-0 Cubs. Top half of the inning. RBI ground out Moises Ballesteros after a leadoff triple from PCA. Ground ball up the middle. Diving play by Swanson to first. What a play! Oh, Dansby. Johnson frustrated, and he should be. Nice pick by Dansby Swanson, and it's 4 scoreless for Shota. Pretty. 1-0 Cubs, looking for some more runs as we start the top of the 5th. Game 2 of this 3-game set. Cubs lost yesterday 7-3. Did not lead during that game, but they do lead in this one. Got their first hit, base runner, and a run in the 4th. Seiya takes a strike.
First time around the lineup, the Cub hitters were really aggressive early, and they've gone through the second time, not as much. So they took the hittable fastball and then took a big swing at that slider.
Looked a little uncomfortable against Lorenzen. Struck out in his first at bat. Swung and missed at a slider.
It's a lack of trust right there from Lorenzen. Goodman wanted that ball in. As a pitcher, if you just don't trust yourself to execute, the tendency is to cut that ball off and just throw it low.
It's up.
And it's on the catcher to recognize that. And even though if you feel like the pitch to make is in there, you say, my guy doesn't feel comfortable trying to execute that. Let's go to plan B.
Check swing, Seiya, 1 around, strike 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Allstate Good Hands replay. And fine gentlemen that we feature quite often. The Good Hands replay. Dansby Swanson, yet again another spectacular diving play. Man, he is fun to watch.
All the way on the second base side on the outfield grass, too. Nice play, Dansby. A ball from Nico.
If I were pitching on the Cubs,
Yeah.
if I were a pitcher for the Cubs,
Okay.
my mindset would be, I don't care if Dansby hits a $110. I want him out there at short every day. He makes so many plays. Obviously, you have to see him get going a little bit offensively as they come out to take a look at Lorenzen. Doesn't seem to be concerned, but the dugout was, so they're going to talk about it. That little move right there, it's amazing what happens in the any little twinge, any movement that looks at least a little bit suspicious, out they come.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
The alarm sound.
Trainer, give me a trainer. Oh,
They did it again.
They did it again.
Just as they turned their back. Nico in his first at bat, a ground ball to hit off of Lorenzen's glove. Bounced to Chad Stevens at second for a 1-4-3 putout. Soft pop up, shallow left, Tobar back, Castro in. Willie Castro slides, he can't get it. Bounces by him, Nico hustles to second, gifted with a 1-out double.
That's a Coors Field hit right there. So much ground to cover out there. Tovar may have given up on that one a little too early, left it to Castro, and he couldn't get there. And it's a 2-base hit, and this double is brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20-year and 200,000-mile warranty on every new car.
Better lucky than good. So Nico with a double, 1-out base runner for the Cubs. Michael Conforto, strikeout victim in his first at bat. Swing and a miss. Lorenzen has 7 strikeouts.
He continues to shake his arm after every pitch. Now, I wasn't paying attention early to see if he does it all the time. But I'm sure there will be a conversation when he's back in the dugout after this inning.
Threw that one at 94.6 miles per hour. Conforto stays alive.
He's got this intense workout program Lorenzen does. He's getting after it. That's just warming up right there.
Conforto left side. Karros holds the runner at second, throw to first, and it gets Conforto.
It's problematic over there at first base with that sun. Mumfield really fighting it.
You know, that regiment that Lorenzen had at the gym. Can't say that I had that this
I
morning.
was watching one video of him. He took a bat and he was doing a plank with 2 hands on the bat and then going hand over hand like you do when you used to throw the bat up and choose sides. You know? He's moving his hands up the bat while he's in this plank position. It's just insane.
I don't know if I have the strength nor the hand-eye coordination to do that this morning. Now 2-0 to Dansby. Lorenzen, who was working at an economical, feverish pace, 22 pitches through 2 innings, now about to throw a 75th pitch. Ball's behind 3-0 to Dansby. Pete Crow Armstrong waiting on deck. So it's a 3-0 there. Takes a strike. Dansby in his first at bat yesterday had doubled down the left field line. A lot of success sitting here at Coors Field. Takes ball 4. And a fun spot for Pete. Up with 2 outs and 2 on. And that will bring another meeting at the mound.
Nobody throwing in the Rocky bullpen right now. It's basically gym class out there right now. Everybody's doing their calisthenics. And they're swinging the ball around exercise. See, that's what that's called, swinging the ball around. Maybe do some mountain climbers and some.
That's a lush bullpen out there.
Yeah. Maybe some fruit trees, high knees. There we go. Get the sprint work in.
One 0 Cubs lead. Got their run in the 4th. Pete Crow Armstrong tripled. Was by Esteros, brought him in. An RBI groundouts now. Pete up.
Meanwhile, over in the Cubs bullpen, everybody's just chilling out.
Shota Imanaga, 4 scoreless, is running up a high pitch count early. That is leveled off. Foul ball.
Swing. A little bit of a hanger there. Cubs 0 for 8. In last night's game with runners in scoring position.
Lorenzen fires. So Pete with the triple in the 4th starts a new hitting streak. He has been on base 14 consecutive games. And now a hitter's count for Pete. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And the more I watch Lorenzen, the more I start to buy this idea that something's bugging him out there.
Called strike.
He's kind of running away from his fastball here. A lot of breaking stuff in this sequence.
Feels like a just get me through 5 mentality.
I think he'll come with the changeup here. I suggest he doesn't hang it. He didn't. He got off a pretty good one, and Pete fouled it away to stay alive. You see, he was out in front, but the hand stayed in the zone long enough where he could get a piece.
Great take. Threw him another changeup. So runners will be off. Nico from second, Dansby on first. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the 5th. The payoff. Looper towards third. Leaping catch, Kyle Karros. Man. Cubs strand a pair. Karros makes the catch. The Cubs will go to the bottom of the 5th, up 1-0. One nothing Cubs lead. Bottom 5 here at Coors Field. A very unlike Coors Field game. Teams have combined for 1 run and 4 hits.
Baseball's wacky, isn't it? We had 2 pitchers that are really struggling. Shota had an ERA of 10-something over his last 4 starts. Lorenzen's over his last 4 was 11 and change, and for the season, 8 and change. And they've both delivered outstanding performances thus far, and I think Lorenzen is done. There's action now in the Rocky pen. Lefty up.
To Brennan Bernardino. It is. So Lorenzen, if he's out, final line. 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. Strikes out 7. That's a season high. Shota delivers. And a foul ball. Not far from us.
The scoreboard is imploring the fans to make loud noises. So if it gets loud at home, you know why.
They're not listening.
They're not really paying attention.
They're not.
Because a lot of them are Cub fans. They're like, no, we're not going to make loud noise right now.
You showed us some silence. It was zen. Two. Yeah, they look a little distracted up in the Jack Daniels terrace and the rooftop, 3rd level in right field. Most of the fans, their backs are turned to the game, or away from the game. That looks festive. A bar with a baseball game going on in the background. They are
those
dialed in.
Those folks are locked in, man.
The battle here for Braxton Fulford. Showed a 4+ innings, about to throw a 79th pitch. It's a called 3rd strike. Ring him up, sit him down.
Fulford worked the walk last time, and I guess he was guessing ball this time because that one's right through there.
Ballesteros didn't even have to move. Getting a rare start behind the plate. Ballesteros, his first outing behind the plate, caught Matthew Boyd. That was during a West Coast road trip in April. They're working him in there sporadically. His team's 3rd catcher. Behind Miguel Amaya and Carson Kelly. Fun to see him work with such a meticulous pitcher like Shota. One.
Imagine it has happened this year, but when I was filling out my scorecard today and I had both Amaya and Kelly down with the extra man, I said, I don't know that that's happened before. Both of those guys weren't in the lineup either catching or DHing, something. So we can challenge this one.
Let's see. Yes, indeed. Nice job, Mo. Good challenge. from 3-1 to 2-2. Now back at the screen. Another beautiful night here from Coors Field. Sun's starting to set. That's a called third strike. Back-to-back strikeouts for Shota. Both looking 2 up, 2 down here in the 5th. Here's Willie Castro. Swing and a miss.
Got him twisted up in knots right now. Stevens, his first time up, got caught looking at a splitter for strike 3. This time, he freezes on a fastball. Now Castro on the splitter is guessing heater.
Showed on pitch 87, fastball 92. You like to see that. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Shota looking to strike out the side in order, although a simple out would suffice as well. Ooh, it's close. A little tight. One, 2. Check swing. He did not.
Sort of frustrated. He made his pitch, the chase splitter. 50-50 there.
Fitty. Popped up. Right side, Bush. Fair territory, makes the catch. And it's a 1-2 inning for Shota Imanaga. 1-0 Cubs lead. Available anytime on YouTube and the Marquee app.
Pitching change is brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. Left-hander Brennan Bernardino enters the fray. We saw him for an inning last night. This is his 32nd appearance, 26 1/3 and a 4.44 ERA. Ground ball guy. You see that ground ball rate of 51.2%, well above league average. He was only allowed the 2 home runs.
JD, now you were talking about Carson Kelly and Miguel Amaya, both not on the lineup card, both on the bench, while Carson Kelly is about to enter this ball game. Lead off and hitting the spot of Moises Ballesteros. Kelly swings and misses.
Dino kind of an outlier in the modern game. He doesn't have the big fastball. Sinker about 90, 91 miles per hour.
He's been in the big league since 2022. Swing and a miss. Made his debut with the Mariners in 2023, 24, and 25 with the Red Sox. It's a former teammate of Alex Bregman's. Bernardino, originally 26th round draft pick, 2014 by the Reds. Now back at the screen.
Good healthy rip there from Carson, who had a pinch hit base hit in the 9th inning of last night's game for the season, hitting .285. League average is right around .242. Hasn't gone deep in a good while.
Fly ball left field. Castro strolls in, makes the catch.
On Tuesday, June 16th, that's Next Tuesday, Cubs Rockies. First pitch 7:05. Fans who purchase tickets at Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs soccer jersey and a ticket to the Chicago Stars match on July 18th to take advantage while supplies last.
JD, you've talked about having baseball jerseys and some hockey jerseys with your name on it. Do you have a soccer jersey? Michael Busch to center. It's to the warning track. Carrick makes the catch. I'll continue. Do you have a soccer jersey?
I got a soccer jersey on Sunday night, as a matter of fact.
Oh, nice.
Doing that game for NBC, they were doing a promo for the World Cup. So they had asked us the week before if we wanted, a jersey, and what country. And I said, it'd be easy to say USA.
Just
so
say
let's have some
France.
fun. So I went with Canada.
That was nice.
Yeah. Because my roots, my mom is from Ontario, and my dad's family, his parents were from Quebec. And I grew up right on the border of Canada. So.
And you were a Montreal Canadiens fan.
Canadiens fan,
growing
big time, yeah. Kind of switched allegiances to the Blackhawks now. But Blackhawks were winning Stanley Cups when I first came to town. So
Just hop on
I
the
jumped
bandwagon.
on that bandwagon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did. Yeah, you did. Foul ball right side out of play. The ball that Michael Busch hit to center, Cole Carrick took about 20 steps in and then found his way back to the warning track. But Busch just missed.
That's a good pitch.
It's taken outside.
I would think the Cubs are going to have to score again to win this game. Hard to make a 1-0 lead stand up here at Coors Field.
Really anywhere. But especially here. Or Vegas. Rockies fit.
The Rockies go to Vegas
Yeah.
after this. If I'm their pitchers, I'm just like, no, I'm done, man.
Wow.
I'm going to play my home games here. I'm not going to Vegas.
Leave without me on the charter. Walker Bregman.
Yeah, good work. Second time he's worked a walk here tonight. Coming on the heels of a 2-hit game last night.
So Ian Happ flips around. He was a left-handed hitter against Michael Lorenzen. Now swings righty versus Brendan Bernardino. Look at Ian over the course of his career. He's been a better left-handed hitter than a right-handed hitter, but this year it is much more drastic.
Yeah, I feel like early in the year that wasn't the case, but as the year has rolled along, he hasn't been able to do a whole lot from this side. There you go. Nope.
Right
Roll
to
up
Steve.
the middle thing.
Yep.
Always somebody standing there.
Chicago Cubs Baseball Marquee Sports Network is brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. By Prevagen, made for the brain. And by Wintrust, different approach, better results.
Time now for the Liberty Mutual Insurance Field coverage. 5 scoreless for Imanaga here tonight. He joins Hamels, Lackey, and Pryor as the only Cubs ever to pitch at least 5 innings and allow no runs. Man, that's a short list. Gives you some idea how tough it could be here at Coors Field.
That's as much as you could ask for Shota Imanaga. 5 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 7 punch-outs.
Yeah, you could have run him back out there, but he was at 90 pitches at altitude. He was probably feeling a little fatigued. Middle of the order's coming up, getting their third look at him. They would have been had he's still been out there. So Greg Counsell opts to go to the bullpen. He brings in Phil Maton. It has not been a great run for Phil. This pitching change is brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time, but it's been better of late.
Do you think it would have been one of those situations if there were lefties up that Shota might have had a little run here?
He might have gone a batter at a time. I think the home run ball right in a 1-0 game, the fear of the long ball. But I think I think in this instance it's probably mostly 90 pitches at altitude on a hot night, and probably just a little gassed. So you turn to a fresh arm.
Take your 5 innings of shutout ball and see what the bullpen can do.
Well, the other component to it is you got a struggling pitcher in Imanaga who heads up the tunnel to the clubhouse feeling pretty good about himself after this effort here tonight.
Payoff. Sawed him off. Broken bat. Bregman to first. One away. The bat's in medium depth left field. Actually more shallow left field.
Two-seamer running in. Pushes him down around the label. Fun to strike guys out. It's also fun to break their toys.
Go get another one. Looked like TJ Rumfield went to his helmet.
Mr. Sayers. Yeah, he said, yeah, you went to your helmet. I think Rumfield tried to wave it off. And here comes Warren Schaefer out of the dugout looking for a little explanation. Mr. Saya, the home plate umpire. He said, did he also verbalize it? And Mr. saying, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But this is what I saw and this is what I called. Let's see, he tapped and then he shook his head. No, I don't want it. And Nestor's like, man, you can't do that to me. You can't.
It's a lose-lose.
Yeah, that's tough for the hitter, right? Because your instinct is you want to challenge, and at some point halfway through you decide not.
That's all part of it when you only have 2 seconds to decide. Halfway up the helmet, you're just like, yeah, maybe not. I mean, it is a split-second decision.
And we've talked about how good the umpires are and how this system has proven that. To the point where you really could make the case, maybe we don't need the ABS altogether.
That was nasty.
A bad hack. Just a tough trip to the plate for the young man. In between on the challenge, in between on the swing. Spin doctor got him.
Started middle, and then it back kneecap. Hunter Goodman up. That's a healthy swing. Always a calculated risk trying to get into Hunter Goodman's kitchen.
Talking to the Rocky broadcasters yesterday, they said he's been really good on breaking balls, done a lot of damage.
Line drive, right field. Hunter Goodman, his second hit of the evening. He's been on base 3 times, walk, single, and a 2-out knock in the 6th.
And the way he's been going, just keeping him in the yard is a win of sorts. This one just about 105 miles an hour off the bat. Two-seamer moving in on him, and watch him pull the hands in and then shoot that ball the other way.
He's got such a drastic leg kick, but somehow able to calibrated altogether. Tovar to left. And now a potential 2-out rally for the Rockies.
True to form, Tovar goes up there hacking first pitch, delivers a solid single. So after 2 quick outs, a little trouble here for Maton. And he will not face Carrick.
Greg Counsell strolls out to the mound. Takes the ball away from Phil Maton as we get ready for a pitching change. Brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. Tight one at Coors Field, 1-0 Cubs lead.
A Time Our Infinity Cutting Edge moment. Experience their luxury SUVs today. First ever outing at Coors Field, and Shota Imanaga stood tall tonight. 5 innings, allowed just a couple of hits, no runs, struck out 7. And really had the Rocky hitters in between, chasing that high fastball, the splitter down. 4 punch outs swinging, 3 looking. He's turned it over to the bullpen. First Maton and now Thielbar. Will turn Carrick around to the right side.
2 on, 2 out. Garrett swings and misses. Helmet comes flying off.
Oh, that's a big old hack. I need to talk to the equipment guy. Say, hey, you know, maybe half a size smaller on the helmet.
Thielbar misses inside. You have a fun matchup between a rookie in his second career game and Caleb Thielbar, who was definitely not a rookie on the mound. One of the older players in the big leagues. Hit deep down the left field line. If it's fair, it's gone. And that's a foul ball.
And that's a deep breath and exhale. This is just Carrick's second big league game. So, you know, obviously they have reports on him from the minor leagues. And the preference would be to face him from this side of the plate, but he almost double-crossed the Cubs.
Try to pull a Carlton Fisk in the box. Pops up a curveball, shallow right. That's a foul ball.
One of the things that helped Carrick earn his promotion to the big leagues is strikeout rate way down this year versus last, showing more discipline. But I think in this situation, you try that bounce a breaking ball, see if you can get him to chase.
Especially on a 1-2 count.
Well, that's the other chase pitch, the high fastball. That one just a ball out of hand, an easy take.
All 2s across the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So a pop up behind home play. Here comes Kelly, basket catch. And Caleb Thielbar gets out of it. Cole Carrick narrowly missed his first big league homer. A pop out, nice play by Carson Kelly. Finishes off the 6th, 1-0 Cubs. To the 7th here from Coors Field. Game 2 of this 3-game series. 1-0 Cubs lead, and a new pitcher for the Rockies is Juan Mejia.
I'm throwing right-hander. Has walk issues. 29 in the 3rd innings and a 6.44 ERA. Walk rate of essentially 13%. He's got a live arm. Rockies signed him as a teenager back in 2017 as a 16-year-old. Spent his entire career in their organization, made his big league debut last year. Oh,
2 to Seiya. That's strike three. Seiya Suzuki tonight. 0 for 3, 3 Ks.
Yeah, hitters normally excited to come to Coors Field looking to do some damage, but no damage to be had when you can't put it in play, and a frustrating night for Seiya. And he's just really having a heck of a time with that breaking ball.
First pitch ball. Nico tonight. 1 for 2. A bloop double. Chopper to third. Caros fields across the diamond, 2 outs.
Cub fans, visit Cubs Trending inside the Marquee Sports app for all the top highlights, interviews, and must-watch moments all season long, presented by Jeff Vukovich, your local Nationwide insurance agent. Visit jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. It's McGregor Square right there outside the ballpark, named after Kelly McGregor, Taylor's dad.
Great place to watch a game.
He was the team president here for a number of years. Sadly passed away some years ago. He was beloved here.
A Denver institution. Conforto takes a strike. JD, you know my. Oh, we have a challenge. About to get into a story. ABS takes precedent over that. And the call's confirmed.
The pitch is a strike. Chicago has 1 challenge remaining.
Cubs have 1 challenge left. My one small qualm about Coors Field, JD, is you know how there's mountains over left field?
Yep.
You can't see the mountains over left field.
The Rockies are out there.
We are blocked from that vantage point. It hasn't always been that way. Aside from that, great ballpark.
There they are.
Might be just from our vantage point. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Conforto down on strikes for the 2nd time. We go to stretch time. 1-0. Cubs lead here in the 7th. Wintrust, we had a pitcher's duel today at Coors Field. Wasn't anticipated. Michael Lorenzen, 5 innings, 2 hits, a run, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks. Shota Imanaga was better. 5 scoreless with 2 hits, 7 strikeouts. Only run of the game, Moises Ballesteros. RBI groundout in the 4th. A 1-0 pitcher's duel at Coors Field on a warm night in June. Caleb Thielbar got the Cubs out of the 6th. In to at least start the 7th against Troy Johnston. Troy Johnston's having some difficulty against left-handed.
Yeah, he thought he was going to get the night off. Jake McCarthy was in the original lineup, and McCarthy was scratched. Johnson got the call, and he's probably thinking, "You're killing me, Jake." Those good numbers you see on the bottom line compiled against the right-handed pitchers. He has done very little against the lefties.
Soft pop-up, left field, playable. Ian Happ, 1 out.
On Sunday, June 21st, I think that might be the first official day of summer. Cubs take on the Blue Jays. First pitch, 1:20, first 5,000 early arriving fans in the Budweiser bleachers will receive a Father's Day tea presented by Advocate Healthcare. Be sure to arrive early. Hook up Dad.
Jim DeShays, the astronomical summer begins on the summer solstice, which occurs on June 21st.
Usually around the 21st, right? Yeah.
Meteorological summer begins on June 1st, so, but you are correct. Feels like summer here. Temperatures in the 90s when we got started. It's cooled off considerably. 1-1. Braxton Fulford tonight. A walk and a strikeout.
A hanger there from Caleb. Wants to do a quick check of his scouting card. What am I supposed to finish this guy off with?
Fastball in. Cubs pitching. Shota goes 5. Bill Maton 2/3 of an inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice pitch, Caleb Thielbar.
Yeah, Fulford missed this by a foot. Another guy's got helmet problems.
You think they'd get those fitted?
Maybe some guys, I don't know what the deal is.
Well, the younger players.
It's an epidemic around the league.
Yeah.
Helmets falling off.
Well, you got some of the younger players who are coming up between AAA and the big leagues, and maybe sometimes just.
I think they have good hair. I think they want to show off their hair.
That makes one of us.
Nice. Into the card.
What does the card say?
I think Stevens will be aggressive here. He's been caught looking twice tonight.
He was, and he swings and misses, strike 3. Might have gotten a piece of it. Carson Kelly holds on. Caleb Thielbar, 1-2-3 inning. Go to the 8th. Opened in 1995, Coors Field, only 12 games in ballpark history decided by a 1-0 score. One time this season, Padres beat the Rockies 1-0 on April 21st. Reason we say that, Cubs won, Padres nothing. Cubs won, Rockies nothing. Here in the 8th. And we hope it doesn't end in a 1-0 score. Cubs could maybe tack on a run. 10.
Next man up for the Rockies here is right-hander Jeff Criswell, just called up from AAA. He was with them earlier, making a season debut. His big league debut came in 2024, made 13 appearances, did not pitch last year due to injury.
First pitch, breaking ball to Dansby.
Rockies bullpen was outstanding last night in support of Tommy Sugar, who pitched 4 scoreless innings, allowed just a couple of hits. The 4 games prior to that, their bullpen had allowed 35 runs.
That's not par of the course for them. Coming into the series, Rockies starting pitching ERA last in the league, bullpen ERA last in the league. Colorado won 7-3 yesterday, down 1-0 tonight. Dansby swings and misses.
Dansby likes that fastball middle in. That one up a little bit though. Couldn't get to it.
Flare foul.
Cubs put the leadoff man on just once tonight. It was the leadoff triple by PCA in the fourth. He scored the only run of the ball game.
Cubs just 1 run on 2 hits. Hits a triple by Pete, a double from Nico Horner. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Time now for Xfinity high-speed play, a reliable Wi-Fi at one price. PCA leans on this one, almost knocked it out of here. Off to the races he goes. Hey, pick up your third base coach. PCA, I don't need him. I got this. Xfinity, imagine that.
Stand-up triple for Pete. Scored on an RBI ground out for Moises Ballesteros. Only run tonight. He says, all right. Swing and a miss.
PCA is a good low ball hitter, but Criswell is working downstairs here, at least for the first 2 pitches. And they take a shot up top.
96 and up. Line drive right field, right at the right fielder Troy Johnston. Hit that 107.5 off the bat, just a lineup.
Yeah, that was a great swing. Talk about a hitter getting off his A swing with a couple of strikes on him. And wow, just blistered that ball.
Two up, 2 down for Criswell.
Let's take another look at this line drive by PCA. Foot down in time, head right on it. And this is what we've seen a lot of from him, just hitting the ball to the pull side in the air with authority.
Two-0 to Carson Kelly. Entered this game in the 6th.
Go ahead, Carson.
Unload.
Pull out the driver.
The big dog eat. Two on. This is away. Rockies have no challenges left. Could be a factor in a 1-0 game. So we're in the 8th.
Decision time here. Do they come after him on the 3-1 like they did on 2-0? They did not.
Dropped the breaking ball in for a strike. Three-two. Two-out walk, Carson Kelly, and the inning continues. 5 days, 20 of country music's biggest acts. Windy City Smokeout is back July 8th through July 12th. Tickets start at just $85 per day at windycitysmokeout.com. Meeting at the mound, a two-out walk to the right-hand hitting catcher to face off against left-hand hitting Michael Busch. Almost had his second home run in as many games. His last at bat, a deep fly out to center. Busch hit that ball 397 feet. to just do that to right field. Shot foul.
Starts him with a change of pace. All quiet in the Rocky bullpen. Somebody's throwing in the Cub pen. They're hiding behind a pine tree. I can't tell who it is.
That swing didn't go around. I mean, you look at the bullpens, they have the botanical gardens out there, trees and plants.
Yeah, they got the conifers. And very scenic.
Chopper foul.
Years ago, the bullpen coach for the Phillies was caught out in the pine trees with binoculars.
Do you remember who it was?
Was it Rick Billmeyer, maybe?
Okay. Going incognito?
Yeah, he said he was just kind of watching the game, but the folks thought maybe he was trying to steal some signs.
Some didn't see it that way. Line drive, center field. It's a single for Michael Busch. Kelly to second. The Cubs looking for a 2-out rally in the 8th. They put 2 on.
Doesn't really hammer this ball, but fights it off and finds some green grass out there in front of Kerrigan Center. Now, big opportunity for Alex Bregman. And he's had so many of these chances, and he's kind of very critical of his performance so far in these situations.
So an opportunity to rewrite some wrongs. 2 hits yesterday, 2 walks tonight. Take it up. You're right, JD. Mick Billmeyer. Good one. That was the pitching coach for the Phillies. Who
Yeah, I think he was the bullpen coach.
Bullpen coach for the Phillies. Swing and a miss. Two-one count. Bregman takes a strike. An off-speed pitch from Criswell.
Yeah, a little front door slider there. Easy to give up on that one.
Two-two delivery. Way outside. Runners on the move. Kelly from second, Busch on first. Payoff pitch. Pop up right side. Stevens gets called off by Rumfield, who makes the catch. Cubs strand a pair with 2 outs. They lead 1-0. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th.
Hey, Cub fans, a new arrival just hit the Wrigley Field collection. Shop caps, apparel, and accessories at ivyshop.com or the Cubs store at Gallagher Way.
It's a good lid.
Well, here comes Jacob Webb for the 29th time. Man, he's been outstanding. 28 1/3, a 2.22 ERA. After a couple shaky ones early on, he's been just lights out, locked down. Last 11 appearances, 12 innings, an ERA of 0, 16 strikeouts in those 12 innings against 2 walks.
The bread and butter's the changeup, fastball velocity steadily climbing. Seen a couple 97s from him recently. There's 95. With the scoreless innings from Jacob Webb comes the scoreless inning stash, as you can see. For more on Jacob Webb, let's send it out to Elise Menaker.
Part of what's been nice to see about Jacob Webb is the velocity that he brings to the bullpen, and just for himself as well, because he told me that this is the hardest he has thrown since he was with the Angels back in 2023. So a few things contributing to that. One, he told me warm weather. I mean, that's a big deal for him. It's just nice to throw when it gets a little bit warmer out, as Castro flies this one out to center field. And he said, too, when he's been working with the pitching coaches, Tommy Hotovy, Casey Jacobson, that there's some mechanical stuff. So for him, he works better to move faster down the mound using his legs. That's just when everything is more in sync. He did say he's doing work with the plyo balls, focusing on hip and back mobility, but definitely did want to emphasize, the weather is a thing, but also, working with the coaches on that mechanical stuff as well.
More play-by-play from Elise Menaker. She was on the call during the Pete Crow Armstrong triple. And that fly out the center. I like it.
Edward Julian announced as a pinch hitter here. A little convo on the mound as how they're going to go about it. Rockies bench tonight, 4 left-handed bats.
Ripped past the diving second baseman Nico Horner and into right field.
Julian first pitch swinging, solid line drive just beyond the reach of Nico.
Field, deep to right field. Suzuki back at the wall, and it's gone. DJ Rumfield, 2-run homer. Rockies take their first lead of the night. It's a 2-1 game.
Jacob Webb, who's been so reliable. Time he pulls the change up a little bit. You see where Carson is set up. They're trying to fade that down and away. Finishes more middle in. As we've said multiple times, it's really hard to win a 1-0 game at Coors Field.
Back out of play. Man. Swing and a miss. Goodman down on strikes. And now 2 outs at the bottom of the 8th. And when it comes down to it, JD, in this ballpark against Michael Lorenzen, who hasn't had the most success, obviously, this season, you have to score more than 1 run. And they still have an opportunity to do that. Tovar lifts it to left. The base hit. But we talked about it before. The starting pitchers have struggled for the Cubs over this stretch, and tonight, Shota Imanaga did his job.
Yeah, Shota, 5 scoreless innings. The Sunday game, Javier Assad coming in for J-Mo when he had to go out with a hamstring, pitched brilliantly, and Cubs couldn't take advantage of that one.
Carrick to left. Half back, makes the catch. And it ends the bottom of the 8th. Rockies take the lead. 2-run home run, T.J. Rumfield. Cubs' last chance coming up. Top 9 here at Coors Field. Make sure you tune in after the game. Cubs post-game live. Cole Wright and Ryan Sweeney. Hope they can have more to talk about, at least from a positive standpoint. 2-1. Cubs trail. Cubs down to their final 3 outs on the face-off against Antonio Senzatella.
Yeah, the veteran right-hander, former starter, now working out of the bullpen and working very effectively at 1.93 ERA for 37 1/3. He has 3 saves and 5 tries. Just looking at his game log here, this is the first time all year he's pitched on back-to-back days. See if that has any kind of an impact.
Some defensive changes. Edward Julian into play second. And Chad Stevens moves from second to third. Ian Happ deep to right field. Johnston to the wall. We're tied. In play runs. Ian Happ, 15th of the year, makes it a brand new ball game. We're knotted up at 2.
Cub fans in the ballpark rejoice. This home run replay brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. Kind of a cement mixer breaking ball here from Senzatella, and a no-doubter from Ian Happ.
That woke up the Cubs fans. So now 3-0 to Seiya.
Senzatella perhaps a little unnerved, giving up that game-tying home run.
Seiya rips it past the diving third baseman and into left field. A solo homer and a single starts the top of the 9th.
High, majestic home run from Ian Happ, and no doubter. You saw his reaction. Freezes for a moment, peeks back towards the dugouts. I got you, boys.
He doesn't hit many wall scrapers these days, does he?
I like the 3-0 swing by Suzuki there, too.
Wrigley West right now here at Coors Field. A little tarps off section in center field.
Up there in the rock pile, they're way up there.
Hit the short. Tovar Field slips to second for 1, over to first. It's a double play.
Nico maybe slipped a little bit. Didn't get the greatest break out of the box, and that made the double play pretty easy for the Rockies.
Michael Conforto up with 2 outs. There's a strike.
Nichols played the hero a couple of times this year already.
A little bit late on the 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Two Cubs and Rockies. Rockies got the runs on a 2-run home run in the 8th. The pitch. Even a missed strike 3. So Conforto down on strikes. Cubs extend the game. They were down 2-1, but not for Ian Happ. Ties it up with that swing. 15th homer. Tied 2-2.
At 24 feet. Score your next flight at AA.com.
Dean says, come on. Big swing extends the game. 2-2, bottom 9. And here's Daniel Palencia.
Troy Johnson, who has struggled tonight, now gets to face a right-hander for the first time. Palencia starts him with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Went off speed. Strike for Palencia, 1 ball, 1 strike. This is outside at 101. Two one. Paints the outer edge at 101.
You talk about pitching away from power. How about a runner in the outside corner at 101?
Just dotted.
I guess Johnson may be strong enough to go out and drive that one to left, but trying to stay away from the guy pulling the ball in the air. That would be a good way to go.
2-2 by Danny. Oh boy.
I think he wanted to throw that one 104. It's a conversation we had with Elise earlier about when a pitcher tries to get a little more, sometimes the mechanics get a little loose and the command suffers.
Three-two. 102. Palencia fires. All 4. In a dangerous spot. Walking the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 9th. With a pinch hitter. Brett Sullivan to come off the bench. The meeting at the mound. Sullivan, originally a draft pick of the Tampa Bay Rays, made his big league debut 2023 with the Padres, last year with the Pirates, now with the Rockies.
Another left-handed bat out on deck, Sterling Thompson to hit for Stevens. Bregman creeping in at third base.
Sullivan pops it up foul.
And Sullivan has 1 sacrifice bunt this year. Jake McCarthy was scratched with illness, so we assume he's not available.
A 1. Batted foul. McCarthy, a left-handed hitter, actually has reverse splits this year. He's been better against left-handed pitching.
I think McCarthy's greatest value in this situation might have been as a pinch runner, because he can really fly.
Oh, 2 pitch. Sullivan gets a piece. Oh, 2 delivery. This is away.
Talk about a max effort delivery. He's out there doing pirouettes after he makes the pitch.
He fires. Another foul ball from Sullivan.
Well, Sullivan in survival mode here, real quiet with the lower body, just using the hands.
One, 2. Look out.
Andy Gonzalez is the third base coach for the Rockies.
Ripped down the right field line. Fouling out of play.
Well, he was in protect mode on that fastball, and they just sped up his bat with that slider. That's a dangerous pitch, and I understand he's fouling off the fastball. You might want to try something else, but you got to be careful. He left that in a bad spot, was able to get away with it. You see the Rocky dugout react. They thought he got it.
The pitch. Having trouble putting away Brett Sullivan.
That was a better one there. Off the plate down, and just a good take by Sullivan, who's putting up a feisty at bat here. They're not being able to get the bunt down.
Soft liner, right field. Suzuki in, plays it on a hop. Will fire in, runner to third, and it's first and third. Nobody out for the Rockies here in the 9th.
It looked like Seiya changed his mind 3 times in pursuit of that ball. Whether he was going to try to come in and make a play on it or not. Ultimately checked up, played it on a bounce. And he had to do it all over again. I think he sells out and tries to catch this one because they're in a heap of trouble now. 1st and 3rd, and nobody out. You know, just I think it's mostly a function of Coors Field. They're playing really deep, right? They're playing no doubles because a double ends the ball game.
Nobody out, runners at the corners for the Rockies. Infield in. Outfield shallow.
Got to start striking people out.
Line drive, foul ball. Danny's shown the ability to overpower hitters. Now's the time to do that. Broken back, ground ball, right field, Rockies win. Sterling Thompson walks it off. Pinch hit, walk-off single. Rockies win the series and take game 2 of this 3-game set, 3-2.
Leadoff walk got it started. Solid single, broken bat, base hit. And heroics for the Rockies late, so the bullpen for the Cubs gives up 2 in the 8th and then the game winner here in the 9th. But I have to go back to the fact that yet again, just not able to muster up much offense at all in this ballpark against a starting pitcher who had an ERA above 8. That's not to diminish what Lorenzen did here tonight. He was good, but just got to find a way to score more runs.
Scored 5 runs here at Coors Field in the first 2 games of this series. Not going to work. For Jim DeShanes, Elise Menaker, and our entire crew, I'm Alex Cohen. Thanks for watching Chicago Cubs baseball here on Marquee Sports Network. Your final score, Rockies 3 and the Cubs 2. Tomorrow in the finale, Edward Cabrera against Ryan Feltner. They're your scheduled starters. Coverage begins at 1:30 p.m. Up next, Cubs postgame live. Cole Wright, Ryan Sweeney. Cole, take it away.
Well, thanks, AC and Swing Dog. That's not going to get it done.
No, absolutely not. I mean, you swing of emotions there. You went from happy that you're up by 2 to sad that the homer, and then happy that Hap hit the homer, and then you get walked off and you're sad again.
Yeah, now they dropped 3 in a row and just behind the 8 ball. I don't even know what to say.